Welcome back. Well, you're in for a treat today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat today. We're just going to set it off like this. Mark 11:24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe what you have believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Mark 11:24. Therefore, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Oh my God, how can you tell me the Bible is not real? Bro, God is real, fellas, ladies. I asked for this moment, and I got it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Here's how it works.
Here's how the system works. Everything you could ever ask for, you could ever have now, or ever ask for in the future, you already have right now. You already have all of it. You simply are not experiencing it. Because everything that has ever happened is happening now, and ever will happen is happening right now. And so it is for you merely to reach into the sea of infinite possibilities and call forth the reality you choose now to experience. And you do this through three devices mainly: thought, word, and action. That is, what you say, what you think or believe, and of course what you do. Here's how the system works.
That's how it
Everything
works.
you could ever
Something like that. Something like that.
If you are not really enjoying while you pursue the goal, whatever it is in your life, if you're not really enjoying the doing because you are so focused on becoming and achieving and arriving at this future point, that the enjoyment of the doing is so greatly diminished or disappears completely, because all you want to do is arrive, but you're not there yet. That's the nature of stress, how stress arises. Stress means there is a continuous focus on the next moment. And this is produced by the human mind through thinking. You are torn away internally from the present moment into a non-existent, because the future never exists except as a thought. You are torn into this so-called future, which is a never land, because it can never arrive. You can never reach the future, because the moment it becomes reality in your life, it's the present moment. So by having this mindset, an excessive focus on becoming or arriving or achieving, you lose completely the being dimension. And then your life is completely out of balance, even if you achieve, in the eyes of the world, fame or wealth or worldly success, and yet you are a frustrated and unhappy human being, perhaps pretending that you are happy, but you're not. And then you have to take drugs or alcohol, or go from one relationship to another, or compulsively pursue the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, accumulate more of this and this. And so that's not a mastery of life. Our purpose here is to have that balance. And here the emphasis, of course, of this teaching is on finding awareness of being, which is why I talk so much about the present moment, because this is always the moment your attention goes fully into the present moment, you have withdrawn attention from becoming and doing. What arises is the being dimension.
I love this clip.
I love this clip too, Zaddy. I love it. The power of now. Own it. All right, we vibrating high today or what? Stay up.
Two philosophies that I really lean on. One is you can't give people with the least amount of information the most consideration. I can't consider people and their opinion of me who have the least amount of information about me. The second philosophy, and I've said this many times, I'll say it again. If you live for the cheers, you will die by the booze.
That's right. That's right, man. That's the truth.
Bars. Okay, Confucius. Let's go. If you live for the cheers, you will die by the booze. Forget about what people think of you, dude. That is so liberating. But still be kind and fearless to be kind. Unintentionally. All right, I want you to think about this for a second. There are people that are scared to be kind because two reasons. They don't want to be taken as weak, and because the second reason, hear this, is because it's not the cool thing to do. Now think about how stupid that makes you. You are scared to be kind because you're afraid of what someone will think about you. That is the ultimate fear. It's not hard. I mean, I used to be one of those. Man. You know, I'm going to keep it realer. Realer. I used to be scared to be fucking kind. Can you believe that? Me? But I feel you. Don't be afraid to be kind. Let it become your second nature. But be fearless. Have the perfect balance. Be kind, yet stoic.
Why being kind is very hard, and why you shouldn't beat yourself up for failing at doing it. The world is full of a lot of pain, suffering, and negativity. From global crises like genocide, wars, and many people losing their loved ones, to just somebody on the street maybe not being kind to you, somebody on the street choosing to be rude. When you see so much negativity and pain, both on social media, on TV, online, and in person, in real life, you tend to ask yourself, well, if there's all this negativity and pain happening, why should I try and be kind? Why should I smile to the next person? And this is where strength and courage comes in. An act of kindness is an act of service. It's trying to be good in a world that's telling you that you had every reason to not be good, to be mean, to be rude. And just one act of kindness can rewrite your character, your conscience, the way you think of yourself. So maybe take the first step by smiling at the next person that you see walking down the street, regardless of how they react back to you, and keeping that smile on as you walk away, because that's true kindness. The little things. I love you, bro. Stay stoic. Peace.
Stay stoic.
Why being...
I like your mantra, brother. All right. But listen, here's the key. If you are kind just to make yourself happy, that is selfish. That's why my mantra is no intention is greater than any intention. If you can unintentionally be kind and make that your second nature, you are on the right path, my friend. But if you are being kind just for a pat in the back, for recognition, that's selfish, bro. That's intentional. Be unintentional with your kindness. Yeah, I mean? But be fearless. Because just like there is an extreme kindness, there is an extreme warrior that sometimes has got to come out for the right reason. Just saying. God is good. My G.
You got to remember, in every person you meet, there's a little piece of God in them, and that's who you talk to. And I added to that, but make sure they see it in you first. Wow. So that's what my life principle is about. Make way for life. Please make way for life. Find the peace of God in you and show it. You got to remember, in every person you meet.
Woo! I don't think you guys understand how powerful that was right there. Find the peace of God, and God is in you. God is in you. That spirit is in you. Have you ever felt your best? Like you ever feel like so darn good that day? Like nothing could bother you. You were unbothered all day. I call that God. I call that the God in you. There is a piece of God in you, and you need to show it. Let it out. Share it. It's contagious. Bro, we need that right now. Yes, sir. God made us in his image, and he's trying to shine. God has been trying to shine through you, dude, but you deny him. That's why you're sad and anxious or miserable or mad easily. Oh my God, if it were only that easy though, right? You'll get it. You'll get it. All right, this next video is pretty dope. I found that I agree and disagree with this guy. Check him out. What you think?
Being nice, it's honestly what's ruining your life right now. I am on this little quest to understand why my people pleasing habits, why growing up being this perfect kind of child who's like easygoing and easy to be around with and nice to everyone, like nice, nice, nice. And then here I am as an adult feeling like I cannot connect to people easily. I feel like I don't know what I want to do in life. I don't know what I want to pursue. I feel like I'm in this kind of conjunction between like I'm lost or maybe I know what I want to do, where I'm also in this kind of like path where I feel like I know a lot of people, but I don't have close relationships with people. And I've come to this conclusion that I think that it is this being nice, this whole nicety, this people-pleasing tendency that I have, that is stopping me from living a fruitful and amazing life. Because when you think of being nice, like what comes to your head? Like, oh my God, if someone tells you like you're so nice, like you'd feel great. You'd be like, oh my God, I am nice. Like people like me. People, no. When people say that you are
Not
nice,
about
people
that though. That'd be
pretty
selfish.
much mean that there's no friction between you and them. It's like a breeze. The problem with having no friction is that you also need to bend to other people's will, to other people's likes and dislikes. You have to say yes all the time, because when you finally say no, when you finally be like, actually, I don't agree with that, there is friction. And if you're someone who has not practice that kind of idea of friction, to be like to disagree, then anything that has to do with a slightest bit of friction with other people feels like, oh my god, like they're gonna hate me. Because in my experience, let me tell you what not being nice is all about. Not being nice means that you have the ability to be honest and truthful about everything that you want to say. Not being nice pretty much makes you feel like your authentic self. It doesn't matter if you're gonna hurt the other person or if not, they're not gonna like what you're gonna say. At least you can be fully truthful and authentic about what you are going to say into the world. And at the same time, you are able to assert your own ideas, your own beliefs, your own conviction. I think that is so important. Your own conviction. A lot of people let go of their convictions, the things they value, the things they believe in, because they want other people to like them. To just be like, oh my god, they're so nice. Which means that you're not gonna have those difficult conversations. You're gonna hide behind this wall of like politeness and being afraid that people are not gonna like you. And in turn, I think what happens is that you become emotionally untrustworthy. Because you're gonna be someone who's gonna say yes when you mean no, and you're gonna say no when you mean yes. So at the same time, why should anyone trust your words? So at the end of the day, I feel like it's gonna be a lose-lose battle. They are gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Being not nice means that you know what you believe in, you know what you value. And it doesn't matter if people are gonna like you for it or not. Being not nice, I think the most important thing is that you have control over your life. You can say yes whenever you want to say yes. You can say no whenever you want to say no. You are not shackled by other people's opinions. You are not going to care if other people don't like what you're doing or like what you're doing. What matters is what you value. You're coming from a place of power. You're not going to go around the world walking on eggshells being like, oh my god, am I going to hurt someone else, or am I going to like be disliked by that person? It is crazy because I feel like I lived in this kind of state where I feel like I've been so nice my whole life, and yet the times where I felt like I was so accommodating, I was so friendly, and people love me, those are the times where I felt I was the most anxious, I was the most depressed, I was the most low in life. The times where I feel like I was living my life, it doesn't matter if my opinions hurt other people, it doesn't matter if my opinions, brush other people the wrong way, or I create so much friction within my friendships or my relationships. Those are the times where I felt like I was living a full life. I think like you and me, this whole word of being nice, I used to bow down to it. I used to love it. I used to be like, oh my god, please tell me I'm nice. And then now I'm starting to switch it to like, every time I hear the word, oh my god, you're so nice, I want to be able to train myself to be like, that is cringy. I don't want that anymore. Because I think the most important thing that I'm also realizing is that I am not creating strong relationships with people by this people pleasing, being nice kind of Kevin. People don't know who I am. You know, when I sometimes when I go to bed, I don't even know who I am. Like, how can other people know who I am if I don't know who I am? I think that's such a, I don't know. I feel like I'm in such a vulnerable kind of position sharing this with you guys, but it's true. We could use to be a little less nice and to love ourselves more, to be able to not give a fuck what other people will think, what other people will say, but for once make ourselves
Don't do
proud of
that.
ourselves. For once not hide behind the niceties and the people pleasing and the no friction within communication kind of thing. If you don't like something, say it. If you want something, say it. It doesn't matter what other people will think. And also you got to understand that other people's reaction is not your responsibility. It is not. And your reaction are not other people's responsibility.
True.
You need to be able to take care of that. The biggest, most terrible thing you can have within yourself is resentment. Resentment towards yourself, resentment towards other people. And resentment falls when it comes to honesty and being radically honest with your feelings and what you want in life and what you want from other people. I dislike myself for being nice for the longest time because I could have built stronger relationships by just not being nice. And I think that's the goal before the end of the year, is to practice just speaking my mind a little bit more, asking for what I want, and not giving a shit about what people think. I can't keep having wars and battles within myself internally just so I could keep the peace externally. That is just not a good way to live. And we're in this world for not even a long time, and yet we're gonna live the rest of our lives being afraid of creating friction with other people. It's time to honestly reclaim your power. It's time to reclaim the life that you want. And that starts with just not being nice. Anyways, I love you all. Being nice.
That's a lot to unpack. That was a good video for educational purposes. All right. What I saw there was an identity crisis. All right. My man said, I love you, but practice not being nice. All right, bro. Come on. Who are you? Power. I think he's in a stage in his life where power is the most important thing. He wants to feel empowered. Because he's tired of people thinking that he's weak. I don't know. Hold up. Whatever you do, do not stop being nice. Do not stop being nice, bro. All right. Don't stop being kind. This guy is still confused, almost guaranteed. Balance is hard to find, but it's not. Be fearlessly kind. Fearlessly kind. That way you can be kind and not give a shit what people think. How about that? Perfect balance, right? Intention is everything. Friction, he kept talking about friction, right? You got to have some sort of friction. Well, friction happens with intention. If you want friction, you gonna get it. But how about not having an intention? Just be fearless. Don't care what people think and be nice. All right? Be kind. It's that simple, brother. Find yourself a little bit more, but good video. I loved it. Not knocking you. I love you too.
One thing that people need to understand about extremely nice, loving people is that our other side is exactly as extreme. And we have a beast inside of us that is resting, but it's not dead. And I couldn't tell you the violence that it took to become as gentle as I am today. But don't ever mistake my self-control, my loving, and my care and my kindness for weakness, because neither do I. One thing that people
Facts. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. All right. One love. I love you. God bless you. Don't stop being kind. We need that shit. But look for the God within you and be fearless. Everything is going to fall in place. Don't worry about tomorrow. Enjoy the present. But be kind. Be unintentionally kind. Don't expect anything in return. Just let it become second nature and watch magic happen. Be kind. Don't be scared to be kind. All right? Be fearlessly kind and unintentionally kind. That's all I have for you today. I love you so freaking much. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't. Join, share, and let me know what you want to see next. I love conspiracies. I'm that guy. I like conspiracies. Don't hate me. All right? But I like motivation. And I like DIYs. Yes. What I don't like, pedophiles. Pedophiles, I'm coming for that ass. Yes, sir. Next video is on pedos, creeps, and how maybe it might be all right taking the law into our own hands. Sometimes. I'm not condoning violence. It's for entertainment purposes only. Subscribe, baby. My ace boom coons. Catch you on the next one.